Well, if there's one thing consistent in our world, it's definitely that the government will always let you down.
Visiting angels, America's choice in home care.
They let themselves down too. As of course, that was a very funny representation of Nancy Pelosi, who has just left the scene, collapsing there on the site after taking a little bit one too many snaps. A little bit one too many martinis there, as of course, Theo Von and Joe Rogan just did a podcast together, which I think explains why the two have been acting so kind of strange and apolitical lately. If you notice, Tim Pool has made this kind of observation, as well as a lot of other people, that there's this kind of strange distancing from a lot of previously very political figures becoming less and less political, as of course Theo Von specifically went off about how Trump's Department of Homeland Security literally used a video of him, which some people allude led to his breakdown, that the two talked about as of course they slammed Trump's policy. They brought up how the government has failed us once again with this new hemp ban that we're still trying to make sense of, as Donald Trump was literally just selling hemp a few days ago. It was very interesting to also see their comments on Thomas Massey. We're going to be playing all of those videos, as I think these guys are an important type of representation of the culture. And it's pretty clear the culture is moving in a very interesting way, as some people are unhappy about it. Some people actually are saying this is a good thing. We're going to lay out those arguments in this particular video. And if you appreciate these types of conversations, subscribe. Click the notification button. We greatly appreciate all the time that you spend with us. Now, there, of course, is this article in Mediaite. The F are they doing? Joe Rogan goes off on Trump's DHS using guests Theo Von in, quote, propaganda clip. If you remember, there's a propaganda video of Theo Von from a different video saying, goodbye, sayonara, see you later. I don't know if those were the exact words, but those were the words. The DHS and ICE eventually took the video down, but a lot of people correlate this with the kind of very strange behavior from Theo that happened afterwards. As Theo came out and said, hey, making me your representation of people being deported is, one, something I disagree with. Two, putting a lot of pressure and angst on me and anger on me by a lot of crazy radical leftists that are becoming more and more violent. It, of course, is a major security risk to be associated with ICE. ICE members know that. There's a reason a lot of ICE agents are directly under attack. There's been major attacks against them. There's been major doxing incidences. There's been major type of scenarios and situations where there was literally a sniper on a roof trying to take out ICE agents and then accidentally took out migrants that were being detained by them. As a lot of people reported afterwards, Theo Von bombed his comedy show at the Beacon Theater in New York, that he was acting weird, that he was acting strange. Some people were saying he was dealing with a lot of pressure, as he specifically was calling out the Department of Homeland Security by saying, yo, Department of Homeland Security, I didn't approve to be used in this. I know you know my address to send a check, and please take this down, and please keep me out of your banger deportation videos. When it comes to immigration, my thoughts and hearts are a lot more nuanced than this video allows. And then he said bye. This is what Joe Rogan or Theo Von had to say about it.
Dude, they made me the video thing. You see that thing where they put me on the video?
Oh, that was crazy. They didn't even ask you.
Bro, it was really scary for me.
You were just...
Scary. Why? Because the left is very violent and angry and has been launching terror attacks and protests and doxing efforts against anyone associated with ICE. So yeah, ICE saying, yeah, we're going to be taking this video and now we're going to make Theo Von our representative. People are like, can we not? As public figures already face a lot of security threats. And many times you do not hear about the major security threats that they face. Many times all of it is not talked about, mainly for security reasons, so we don't spur on other people to do the same.
Was joking around because you were talking to a guy who's his friend, and this was quite a while ago too, right? When was that video?
Yeah, I don't know. I it could have been like a year and a half ago or something. I don't remember. But that was crazy.
But it was
like,
dude,
hey,
it was a joke,
yeah,
right?
She's like a friend. I don't know if she said a friend of mine got deported. I can't remember what she said. But she's like, "What? Do you have anything to say to him?" Right? And I was like, "Bye." You know?
Yeah.
I'm clowning around. I have no
Right.
idea if it's real or not. I have no idea.
You have no idea. It's literally someone just handed you a phone, and then Homeland Security, was that what it was?
Yeah, just put it up online, and it was
Was it
after the
Homeland
Charlie
Security?
Kirk thing. Yeah, and so then I was like
Right.
super scared. You remember? Yeah. Remember, I was texting like you. I was just texting people to make sure everybody's okay. I didn't know if they were like just gonna kill people that had been on TikTok or whatever. Like, I had no idea what they were gonna do.
I just can't believe they did that with you, where they just put it in there as if like you were endorsing that.
Well, it just kind of, and it was just a scary time. That was the same time as
Who
after
fucking
the Charlie Kirk
greenlit
thing.
that?
Yeah, and then after the Charlie Kirk thing, there's people literally. There's another sniper incident in Texas. There was another like fake bomb planting. It happens a lot. MTG just reported how there's a fake bomb planted at her construction business. These types of incidences are real. And I think when you take a step back, it's like, oh yeah, it's the left. It's the left that is overwhelmingly terrorizing and doing all of this, as a lot of people on the right are saying the Trump administration is not doing enough. A lot of people are saying, yeah, they did a designation, but are they really doing anything? As of course, we just saw what happened in Berkeley, where in San Francisco, in California, the left overwhelmingly still intimidating, harassing, and no one bats an eye, no one does anything. And Donald Trump's like, yeah, we have to protect this liberal institution. We have to protect all black colleges too, which chased away Trump supporters not so long ago from one particular incident, which was pretty crazy and wild.
Who greenlit that?
Probably just some fucking trap beat
But you know
con
what I'm
artist
saying?
or whatever.
Like if a company did that, you could sue them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Now, we're going to play the rest of this clip, as well as the two speaking out against the hemp ban, which is a little bit worrisome because that's one of our products on takecalm.com. It's one of our best products. I did 2 years of research for this. I like this product a lot. I have a lot of family members and friends that deal with anxiety, and this is something that works for them very well. It is a great anti-inflammatory. There's a lot of studies, especially when it comes to the big C word that we can't really mention. Do your own homework, do your own research before putting anything into your own body, but make sure if you're getting your CBD, if it's still going to be available. We don't know. I told my team, I was like, reach out to our producer of this, but made in California, made, manufactured, and grown, produced, packaged, all here in the United States. This is the most primo, legit product out there. And I remember testing around because I was dealing with anxiety before and panic attacks. So I was like, I need something that will just like help me out, like right there. And like some stuff worked, some stuff made it worse. Some stuff was psychoactive, didn't tell you it was psychoactive. You don't want to be getting your CBD from the gas station. This is not psychoactive. It won't make you feel all weird and loopy and out of it. I use this when I work. All you gotta do, pop it in here. I burn it the turn. You kind of want to hold it there. I don't know why I keep doing this, but then I shouldn't be doing it because I hold it underneath my tongue, and I really, really love this stuff. I think you might too. Check it out. TakeCalm.com. It has its own special website, and again, lots of people sell it for like $100 because it's that premium, it's that high quality. Ours is just $64. Get it while supplies last because it might be getting banned and it might no longer be available for you. But again, purest, best stuff out there. Cannot recommend it enough. I really like this stuff. I think you will too. My mom really likes this stuff too. So check it out. Anyway, let's continue on with the anxiety that Theo Von was facing and dealing with.
Like if it was privatized, like if ICE was a private company and that was the people that the United States hired to get rid of illegal immigrants and they used you, you would sue them. You could sue them.
Well, it was just
But the
scary.
government can just put that up there And then what did you do? You had to formally request them taking it down?
Yeah, I had to hire an attorney to get him help to take it down.
How long did it take to take it down?
I think like 48 hours or something. But it had like 30 million views over a couple platforms.
And how many people even know it was taken down until they just heard you say it?
Of course not.
I knew because you told me, but I couldn't.
Yeah, and listen, there's a bunch of leftist lunatics that don't look at Theo Von, and they're just like, oh, that's the next target. They don't look at his kind of response to this. They don't look at, oh yeah, he disavowed this. They're like, oh yeah, he's a part of ICE now. He's working cutting deals with ICE. He's the next target. And listen, Theo Von probably faced a lot of intimidation, harassments, a lot of phone calls, a lot of businesses and organizations were like, hey, what is this? What are you doing? And they didn't see his
I
response.
couldn't believe it. When you first asked me what I should do about this, I was like, it's probably nothing. And I was in the car, and I didn't watch it. And then I got to the club. Then I talked to you from the club. And you're like, you didn't see it? I was like, no. And then I saw it. I was like, oh, my God. What the fuck are they doing? Like, it's like, that's not how you envisioned the government. The government made a hype video.
Yeah, they were making like deportation hype videos with trap beats and shit. And I was like, what are
what?
we doing? That's what I'm saying. Everything is turned into like the WWE.
Yeah, it's like idiocracy, but getting into reality. Now, some people love the memes, and some people are like, embrace the memes. And you certainly do see that with the latest kind of culture. And you see Donald Trump kind of lean into it. But a lot of the times, especially when it comes to, you know, these types of situations, it might not be the best to take a victory lap and over sensationalize and be like, oh, yeah, oh, yeah. And I'm like, you know, when you're in power, it's different than when you're questioning the power. And I think that's why a lot of people have been questioning the kind of memes here. And you see J.D. Vance kind of lean into the memes, and I think that's a good example of how you just lean into it. But at the same time, producing and trying to be and make the memes is different, especially when you're in power.
It's none of it's real.
It's 100% that Mike Judge movie. It's Idiocracy.
Oh, Idiocracy, yeah.
Yeah.
They said it before, you know, they said the same exact thing that I was saying. As the two then later went on and shared their frustrations with government, specifically when it comes to the hemp ban, as there's very interesting moves here being made by the alcohol industry. The alcohol industry that is saying, hey, less and less people are drinking. They're going to these like weird non-pot shops that sell synthetic, genetically altered versions of particular substances that are just out there in the market. And if you look at the kind of like real life economy, you kind of walk down the street, it's like shop after shop after shop. It's like, hey, we got this stuff. Hey, this stuff. And it's like a lot of people just trying to disassociate. And I think the alcohol industry is understanding like, oh yeah, people are moving away from our product and they're going to this new product. Now, studies still need to be done, but I think it's fair to say that, you know, the damage that alcohol does to you is very vast, especially to your brain, especially to your sleep. Sleep is absolutely critically important. Especially when mixed in with high sugary drinks or energy drinks and booze and alcohol. It's like the worst cocktail you could give yourself for your overall personal health and well-being, as of course, that right there messes up your nervous system. That right there messes up your circadian rhythm. That right there just absolutely puts a very big strain on your liver. Now, again, a lot of this other like synthetic stuff out there, who knows what kind of effects long-term they're going to be having. The studies are still not out there, but I think it's important to, you know, have that conversation. But it's important to note here that there was also a hemp ban that was slipped into the government funding bill. How exactly will it be implemented? I don't know.
They slipped something into this last bill that Mitch McConnell guy did, I believe. Make sure that he did it. The hemp thing. They slipped this thing in where you can no longer buy CBD with like, it has to be like the lowest trace amount of THC in it, which is for like my wife's mom, you know, she's an older lady and she takes CBD for pain, for joints and stuff like that.
Does she smoke it or she does the ointment?
No, she takes like oil, like CBD oil. Yeah, he snuck
he's
it in
taking
there.
a hit of
That
something.
old
Look at his-
fucking dead turtle. He's a
Cocaine Mitch is what they call him, as of course he has extensive ties towards a freight company that has been caught with illegal illicit substances. Interesting connections there. As of course, he has that moniker and that nickname for a reason.
Leading proponent of closing a 2018 Farm Bill loophole allowing intoxicating THC to be sold in low doses. See,
But he's got a couple of fucking milligrams in his neck. Look at that motherfucker.
he's got something going on.
As the two aren't really happy with government, especially this right winger, as of course them distancing themselves from Trump and the meme and the culture, especially after everything that's kind of unfolding, is major and is an important deal here. And understanding what they're thinking, because again, I think some of the ideas that Joe Rogan has are wrong, but it's important to engage in that particular conversation. Now, when it comes to this particular issue, I mean, I think the language is important here. Because is it just banning the psychoactives over the non-psychoactives at that low THC or the high? What's going on here is, of course, with government, it's always vague, and then the special interest groups kind of come on in, and then they kind of take advantage and they screw over the American taxpayer on behalf of the lobbyists, the donor class, and the special interest groups that have been getting everything that they have wanted with this government, right? And I think that's a legitimate criticism that a lot of people have been arguing, especially even diehard MAGA people like Mike Cernovich. And I think those criticisms are real, and they reflect the podcasters that are a reflection of our society as individuals like Tim Dillon, Joe Rogan, Theo Von, who were, I would say, some of the biggest outliners and biggest supporters of Donald Trump in the last election cycle, distancing themselves from Donald Trump now, highlights a very important cultural rift that, if not repaired, will cause irreversible harm towards the things that this administration could get done and accomplished.
They definitely got him medicated. There ain't no way that guy's sleeping without help. Everybody.
Yeah, it's kind of hilarious being like politicians who are like, let's go to the island. Kind of hilarious. Kind of interesting. All those people. Well, like, yeah, that hemp. That's CBD.
Everybody hates him.
It looks like he hit a joint. It won't leave him alone.
Go
Go back up and show him. Yeah.
Like took an edible. He like Joey Diaz dosed him.
Yeah.
It looks like he's on the church. He's on the church of what's happening now. And
Stay
Joey
black,
Diaz.
cocksucker.
What Joey Diaz did to Alex Jones was wrong. There's a funny story surrounding that. As Axios writes, the bill to reopen the government would shut down THC products. Yep. And of course, Donald Trump wasn't behind this. Mitch McConnell was. Donald Trump actually is a proponent of CBD and literally promoted CBD. As The Hill reports, hemp industry plans next move after Trump signs the THC ban. Well, Trump signed the government spending bill that reopened the government. He didn't sign this. I mean, if I was Trump, I'd like, just send it back. Be like, why'd you guys sneak this in? Like, I hate when you guys do this. It should be single issue. Make this a single issue. And again, how will this be implemented? I don't know. As now, legal hemp products are limited to a total of 0.4 and again, we'll see exactly what kind of happens here. Axios. Killed THC loophole could hurt states, businesses, cannabis advocates say. And this is the battle between cannabis advocates and the alcohol industry here. As the alcohol industry is coming out being like, yeah, just tax it more. We need more money. Trump literally released a video. Man, look how great this stuff is.
And years are added to your life, as well as years spent in good health. And 20% of seniors are already using CBD today for pain, arthritis, cancer symptoms, sleep disorders, Alzheimer's, and many other ailments of aging. But doctors...
Yeah, people say depression and all this other stuff. And it's a huge industry. But it's also an industry where I think there needs to be a big conversation about what exactly are people taking. Because it does seem like some of the stuff out there is definitely a little wacky. As... this is just the fight of the lobbies, and just one lobby seems to have a higher up here. Now, I also found a higher up here connection to the government. I also found their comments on Thomas Massie really interesting here, because you see the shift, right? Thomas Massie attacked by Donald Trump and Thomas Massie going afterwards, and Theo Von and Joe Rogan kind of came out in support of Thomas Massie here.
Yeah, I don't know if I have people that's that dangerous. Maybe Thomas Massey.
Oh, did you have him on?
Yeah.
Yeah, they all hate him right now. It's this is a sad thing about both political parties, not just the right, but the left too, is they decide that they're going to gang up on someone for not towing the line.
Yeah.
You know, like whatever happened to having different opinions, whatever happened to having different perspectives and being able to argue your perspective. But then
Yeah.
they have these goofy ass bills.
Yeah, and then they went into the bills and these laws and all this other stuff. And, you know, for me, it's pretty clear here there's a big shift. These guys matter in the culture. I think their shift matters. I think we should try to understand it, right? And I think we should be doing our best to try to engage in this form of conversation that I think is more important than ever. And if you agree, share this video. Thank you so much for supporting me. Going to takecalm.com. I'm going to be here for you guys doing that. And this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more. All here exclusively on youtube.com/we